Alright, so the third part in this sort of mini series or mini training is doing freezes. The most basic one is the baby freeze. Generally that's I think one of the more foundational freezes. There's forearm freezes, but I think that's even pushing into more intermediate, so we're going to be sticking into the baby freezes here. I'll be showing you various ways to train in terms of stabbing, not this kind of stabbing, but having it so you have this sort of feel better. So depending on if you're right-handed, you're generally going to go with your left. If you're left-handed, you're going to be on your right. Okay, so that's generally how it works in terms of stabbing, and I'll show you ways how to sort of start building that core strength in terms of going from your turtle freezes and which is essentially, if you get strong stabs or stab freezes, you're actually going to get a lot better in terms of your windmills. Okay, because a windmill is actually that's more of a power move, and it's not going to be covered in this course, but it generally starts off. It's a combination of backspin, going into a stab, and back into a backspin. Okay, so going into your baby freezes, or actually basic stabs, you're going to be starting off. I want to show you the basic double elbow stab. Okay, bring both your elbows here. Okay, you want to bring it to a place where it's comfortable, right in your rib cage area, or the closer you can bring it in here, the better. You don't want to bring it so too far out. You see where you see my elbows, because you'll slip. Okay, what I tend to see is people are doing this too much, like they're doing a push-up. Okay, what you want to do is you want to make sure that's right here. I have a sort of a thick body, so right here, so it's just enough in your core area. And what you want to do is almost like you're doing a Hadouken. Okay, for those of you who know Street Fighter. And what you want to do is don't fall over and sort of fall into this position. Keep this 90-degree angle nice and strong. Keep almost like you're a hinge. Catch it so you're still here. And what you want to do is straighten out the legs. You don't want to bring your feet up all the way. See that? And see how my elbows are sticking into my core area? That's what you want to do. And you want to bring your feet out, because you want your body to start getting used to that. Cool. So that's one way that you want to do it. Eventually, once you get stronger here, you get one leg, both legs, and eventually you can bring it up. Cool. So I generally don't do both hands because it's not. For me, again, according to Bruce Lee, take what you like and dump out all the rest. I don't really use it. For you, I'm teaching you because it may be useful for you, because some people like doing these stab switches. Not my kind of thing. But anyways, going to single arm stabs. Same concept, one single arm though. Boom. I like having this sort of 90-degree sort of action right here. So I'm going down to a hinge. So what I'm doing is making sure it's deep enough meat or into the core area, not on the side. Boom. I lean over, catch myself, make sure it's strong. I have this right, like almost parallel to my head, and I'm not looking down because you're gonna fall. I look away, perfectly towards the direction of where your hand is, instead of the other way. Okay, and from here, I bring my legs straight. Okay, this is where you can start building the strength within your arm and your core. And again, same thing, same deal here. You can bring one leg, other leg, play around with it, bring it up, and eventually just bring it up naturally. Okay, so then that's going to require some core strength, probably some crunches, because the way I view it is the arms and everything's carrying up here, abs and everything is going to carry the legs. So that's why you're taking it easy and step by step. So what you want to do is, go from this sort of general position where your feet are nice and spread out. Okay, and then eventually, again, just keeping it one by one until you feel comfortable enough to go on your very tiptoes, and then bring it up. Okay, and then eventually you can even go to one hand. Okay, it's hard to teach and do this stuff at the same time. Anyways, that's how generally your first few stabs are. That you want to have strong, start getting some wrist strength in terms of that. And a couple of exercises that you want to do is sort of grabbing your hands like this, sort of rotating it a little bit, warming it up. I know this isn't in the warm-up video, so this is probably something I overlooked. And then now here, just bring it inside, sort of almost like the same stabbing motion. Bring it in, really stretch out the wrists, because once you start doing this stuff, you're really gonna feel it there. Okay, and generally, what I do for this way, I bring my hands downwards, and I bring it to face my knees, and I sort of push it out as much as I can, just to really give my wrists a little bit more blood flow, a little bit more flexibility, because you're putting a lot of stress onto your wrists when you're doing these types of freezes, and you're relying majority of it on your arms instead of combining it with your core and arms. Okay, so let's get into baby freezes, and you'll see how I sort of incorporate the double arm stab with the leg. So what you're going to be doing is you start off, so almost like you're this sort of will you marry me position. Okay, and from here, act like you have a box of pizza here. Turn it all as much as you can. Okay, if you're not comfortable this much, if you're not comfortable here, I'll show you a stretching exercise that you can do to improve your flexibility. What you want to do is bring your elbow past your knees as much as you can. If it's above here, you're going to slip off. But if you can push against it and it just moves along with it, the better. Same thing here. You want to put it on your hip. Okay, and eventually, this part's a little weird for a lot of people. You want to start leaning over this way. Okay, and you don't want to do this. Okay, because that can actually cause you to fall and actually get hurt. Okay, so before I run out of time and the camera stops, boom, boom, stab, catch yourself. Okay, and try to get into this position where both legs are comfortably like this. Eventually, bring it up. Okay, so now let's bring it up to speed. Okay, boom, boom, and then lean on over to this side, and then bring both feet up. Basic baby freeze. Both elbows are on my left leg, the left thigh, and yeah, generally I freeze. I don't use this way that much anymore, but that's a simple freeze that you can get into, really show off to your friends and family. Again, break down here, boom, get comfortable on doing this first, and then sort of reset, and then just go for it. Okay, notice I'm on the corner of my head. Okay, when you go onto your head, don't slam into it, and don't go like this onto the floor either. Don't be like this. What you want to do is find the corner of your head, like right here, and sort of place some weight on there. Not all the weight, but a little bit of weight. Okay, and yeah, that's about it in terms of baby freezes. Generally practice it as much as you can. Really take your time, especially if you're doing this on wood floor. Take your time. Try to get a towel over there. Let's do it one more time, just to give you a quick review of it. Again, get into this position. Don't make sure you're not low, up, sort of pizza man, boom, all the way down right here. So you see that it's next to my butt. This is way past my knee. Okay, and then I go down, sort of catch myself back to that stab, and then I bring it up. Cool. So that's it for basic baby freezes. Now for the next section, we're going to combine everything in terms of top rocks, footworks, and freezes. So you start learning how to really incorporate everything into one cohesive dance. And yeah, that's about it. Hope you guys are having fun so far, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.